think of Boston, I think of the Tea Party, I think of the Sox, of course. And now a place called Mike's City Diner. Now, it's not because the owner's an immigrant living the American dream, or because President Clinton's eating here. It's because of the way they're cranking out an American favorite, turkey.
There you go, folks.
All right, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Turkey's fantastic.
Food is just amazing. Did you see this plate?
That should be almost semi-illegal.
And I remember the first time I came in here, I said, is that real or is that a prop?
Oh, it's real, all right. One of 4 home-cooked turkeys, they're doing up and serving up every day here. The all-American meal.
Nice to meet you.
From a guy who's telling you he's living the all-American dream.
How old were you when you came to the States?
8. 8 years old.
8 years old. And you came from?
Lebanon.
Jay Hodge fell into the food biz as a dishwasher in his teens, then worked his way up.
Excellent.
He bought this place 12 years ago, left the original name, but got right to work on his own menu.
Can I have some more fries?
Filled with fresh, homemade, local favorites.
We got some good turkey dinner today.
When he tried his hand at turkey, it was an instant hit.
Kind of happened by accident, but I had no place to put the turkey's butt in the steamer, on top of the steamer. And because it was an open kitchen, it grew. It just got out of control.
I was like, oh my God, he's got real turkeys up there on the bone.
And on the plate, and in huge sandwiches, turkey salad, turkey meatloaf, turkey everything. All made fresh every day.
Here we go, grab them now.
Jay's way. But the real magic
Here we go.
is when it's all on one plate.
Wow. The turkey's super money tender. The gravy, which is money, stuffing, you can still taste the texture of the vegetables, but it's creamy. That's really good. Have you eaten the Thanksgiving-a-thon here before? Or?
Thanksgiving in July.
Yeah, Thanksgiving in September, February, about any time you want it.
Well, that's one of the cool things. You get it anytime you want.
And if Thanksgiving on a plate isn't your thing,
Those are our Pilgrim Sandwiches, you guys.
it's like Thanksgiving dinner.
That's right, it is Thanksgiving. All in a roll.
We're gonna make a Pilgrim sandwich,
Okay, so cranberries.
put stuffing in it.
That's a nice giddy up.
Usually it's all white meat unless the customer asks for
So you pretty much make and do and give whatever they want?
they want.
Holy enchilada, how much you gonna give them? Should call that sandwich the good night. How many of these you sell a day?
About 45, I would say.
45 a
45, 50, yeah.
No wonder you go do 700,000 turkeys a year. Now, do you eat this with a, is there like a contraption?
Well, when there's gravy in it, it's best to eat it with a fork and knife.
I got the gravy, the stuffing. That's awesome.
Thanks.
That stands up there in the best turkey sandwiches I've ever had. So I'm here in Boston, and we're here to check out a joint where this dude, he's been running up and down these streets forever.
He's had his grandfather here, his uncle, his cousins, everybody.
You say the food's legit?
Absolutely.
Awesome. This is Polly's.
We're gonna need a lot more clam chowder. It's gonna be busy today.
It's just good New England food. It's fresh. Lobster roll.
If I have people from out of town, this is where I'm bringing them.
USS Lobstitution, pickup.
USS Lobstitution. This is 10x your typical lobster roll. I never can eat it on my own, but I've tried more times than I care to admit.
Where's this lobster coming from?
Okay.
And don't say the sea.
It's all locally sourced.
Okay.
New England lobster. So we got claw meat,
Poached off.
and we have knuckle meat. We like to start with some mayo, lemon juice.
So it's the lobster stock when the lobster came in.
I like that.
That's all that we're putting in for seasoning?
The bread's gonna do all the work, and the lobster meat's gonna do all the talking.
This is about the most straightforward that I've seen, besides eating it on the boat.
This is what we normally do. You know what? For you guys, we're gonna make you something special.
Thanks, Paulie.
What a nice guy.
Whoa. Holy
Biggest
moly.
lobster roll in Boston.
What gave you this idea? This is insane.
We like to do crazy things here at Pauly's. Split it on the top.
You hit it with some of that butter. All right, on the
Throw that
grill.
on the grill.
How many ounces of lobster are going in this thing?
It's almost 2 pounds of meat.
That is insane. Are we gonna Lady and Tramp this thing, or should I do this hat?
No, we're not doing that.
That is pure lobster. Man, is this thing good.
It is not hiding in anything. You get the butteriness and the sweetness of the lobster shining through. That lobster stock adds a lot of moisture. There's a little bit of mayonnaise in there just for a little touch of some extra fat.
Normally, you get a lobster roll and it's kind of heavy. This is so light.
That's legit and probably the most honest lobster roll I've ever tried. Oh, dynamite.
I have the USS Lobstitution.
Fantastic sandwich, not a lot of fluff.
Tastes like it just came out of the water.
So I'm here in the south side of Boston in an area known as the Polish Triangle. Now, I'm here to check out exactly what you'd expect, a Polish restaurant. But not just any Polish restaurant. We're talking about one of the most real-deal, authentic Polish restaurants you'll find in Massachusetts. This is Cafe Polonia.
The cabbage roll is ready.
The minute you walked into the door, the smells is overwhelming you. You don't want to leave.
Kielbasa with hunter stew for you, ma'am.
The menu is very, very close to what my mother used to do.
But here, Dad's running the show. Chef and owner, Teddy Barczykowski.
Why Polonia?
We call the old people Polonia. They still living outside the mother country.
So people that live outside the mother country are called Polonia?
Yeah.
I like it.
And before Teddy was a Polonia, he fought against communism in the Polish Air Force. Then he escaped to the U.S. with his family recipes, opening this joint in '02.
Pierogi are ready to go?
I love the pierogi, and that's one of the few places that actually does it the real, authentic way.
What are we gonna make first?
We're gonna make first the meat pierogis.
Let's go.
You have two kind of meat, pork shoulder, and you have the chopped tendon. Place the pork. Then you're gonna add, the celery, parsley, leeks. We have carrots. We have bay leaves here, allspices.
Granulated garlic?
Granulated garlic, granulated onions. Vegeta spices.
Vegeta.
You know what is this?
Vegeta is vegetable base, used tremendously in Europe.
Yeah. We have to bring to boil.
Let it simmer?
Yeah.
And how long is this gonna cook?
1.5 hours.
Gotcha.
Now we pull the meat out of the vegetables.
Meat is finished, caramelized onions.
Yes.
Now we're gonna grind the mixture that's gonna go in the pierogi.
Yes.
Holy moly, that's coming out fine. Onions. Oh, Yahtzee.
Now we mix the meat. Now we're gonna roll out dough for the pierogis. You're gonna cut it in 3 pieces. And you're gonna roll it up. Now we cover it with water. Time to make the pierogis.
Right in the middle?
Yeah.
Take all the air out. Got it.
And then the cutter.
Let's put these in the water. Now, how long have these cooked?
3 to 5 minutes.
Very nice.
Sour cream in the middle. Caramelized onion with the bacon bits. Parsley.
It's gonna be hot. Very light, very tender. When people say, oh, pierogi, they've had frozen, not handmade pierogis. And if you try this, it'll change the way you think of them.
I grew up in Poland, so I come to Teddy to have a good dish.
He's a great cook. There's no doubt about that. It's just the best.
You put a lot of time and care in the way you handle the food. You put a lot of heart in it.
All my energies.
If you come down here, you gotta meet this cat. I think one of the big misunderstandings about diners, drive-ins, and dives is that I eat at burger joints like all the time, which is not really the case. So when I do eat at a burger joint, it's gotta be a place that's, outside the box. So here I am outside of Boston in Somerville, Mass, to check out the Boston Burger Company.
Homemade, fresh. You don't feel like you're eating something out of a box.
Handmade and grilled up daily by owner Paul Malvoni,
Table 2, hot mess.
who mailed in a job at the post office to get back to his restaurant roots.
Got the Pilgrim burger. Turkey burger, stuffing, cranberry mayo. It's basically Thanksgiving dinner in your mouth.
But he's got this one burger.
The Mac Attack.
That's the dictionary definition of comfort food.
Mac and cheese and a burger. 2 best things.
You totally recommend it to anybody that's a burger fan.
Highly recommend.
It's wicked awesome. I'm gonna make some mac and cheese. I'm gonna make the cheese sauce. Take our chopped onions, the butter. We're gonna let that sweat up. I'm gonna throw the flour right in.
Okay, so we've got the roux built, cooked out the flour, got the onions in there. Now we're gonna go with some milk.
We're gonna go with some milk. Cheeses. American. We're gonna do some cheddar.
Cheddar. Wicked cheddar.
Nah, we gotta definitely get the accent going. We'll work on that. And we're gonna do some shredded cheddar jack cheese.
So stir it up, get it done. All right. Cheese sauce is made.
Gonna throw a little hot sauce.
Andale.
All right, we're gonna throw some Parmesan, a little Pecorino Romano. How you doing with that right there? And we're gonna throw in some salt and pepper. We're just gonna mix this right up. It's like a workout.
You are champion. You can do it, man. Work out harder. Now you dump it in the pan, let it set up overnight.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Throw throw a burger right down.
Okay. Nice 80-20, never frozen.
Never frozen. We make every one of these by hand every day. We'll throw on some bacon.
The bacon's cooked to order each time?
Yes, sir. This way it comes out nice. It's gonna be nice and pliable. Buns on. We toast all our buns.
And the buns are local?
The buns are local. Throw that right on the grill. Put some cheddar jack cheese on.
I'm gonna get like one of those road construction signs on my heart. Look at this. I've seen ridiculous in the burger world. This might have to be a contender.
Mac attack.
Look at that goodness on the flat top. I'm telling you what, pretty rockin' mac and cheese, bro. Really good meat in the burger. It's got good tooth to it, good chew, good texture, good fat. The bun does a great part where it just kind of absorbs into all these flavors. But if you're gonna go for a big burger, put mac and cheese on, it's pretty gangster.
Go big or go home.
Or come here and go home big. So I'm here in Boston, in one of the busiest tourist areas in the city. I'm right by the aquarium, Faneuil Hall, and Haymarket. Now, there are so many places to eat, but I hear a joint you gotta check out is right here in South.
Crispy chicken. You can't go wrong with pretty much anything you order.
The sloppy Jacques.
Been here before?
About 20, 50 times.
This week.
And the guy keeping him coming back is co-owner and chef Chin Kuo, who opened this joint with some college buddies back in 2011.
So why is it called Saus?
It's sauce in Dutch. We're inspired by Dutch street food. We're all about the condiments.
Yep, all 20 of them, ranging from savory to sweet.
All of the sauces are amazing.
What dipping sauces do you enjoy?
I like Samurai, I like Vampire Slayer.
Sounds like a comic book.
You can use a lot of the different sauces on all of the sandwiches.
Chicken satay, pocket up.
I really love the chicken pocket.
You got some crunch, there's some carrots and some onions and some chicken. It all comes together in a really great bite.
Great sandwich, man. Peanut sauce isn't overdone with peanut. Chicken's nice and tender and crunchy. Outrageous texture. Nice big hearty sandwich. A lot of flavors. Very good. Nice job, man.
Thanks very much.
Chicken satay, pocket up.
The pinda sauce has Asian-style flavors, salty but a little sweet.
Do you have a culinary background?
I do not. Okay, this is what happened. We moved off campus, so I had to start cooking, and there was the Food Network.
I'm done.
That's a secret.
My job is over. Thank you. Very nice.
All the food is really great here. They got little bites, they've got big meals.
Sloppy Jacques, here we go.
The sloppy Jacques is one of those sandwiches that just kind of reminds you of childhood.
It's braised beef and bacon, served on a brioche bun.
Really rich. That is big flavor. If you like the sloppy joes, that is over the top. You're getting the beer, you definitely get the seasoning. It's really got a sweet note that's coming from the house-made ketchup, I think. Don't buy one beer when you have this, buy like 10.
I love the savory, sweet kind of balance of the bacon and the stout.
It's a little bit of a mess to eat, but a glorious mess.
This guy right here, Samuel Mansour, won one of the first challenges in Guy's Grocery Games, Triple G. He's a fantastic chef. Tell me about the sloppy Jacques.
Big flavors, huge portion. I love it.
All the food at South is fresh. You get some of the locals, you get some of the tourists, great people watching, and a lot of fun every time.
You have pushed the boundary of sloppy joes.
Dare I say Flavortown?
Brother, this drove through Flavortown. Nice job.
All right, thank you.
I'm here in downtown Boston to visit a joint that's been owned by the same family since '68. Now, they've always been serving sandwiches in one form or another, and they continue to reinvent themselves. You know, as sandwich trends change, so does their name. Let's see, they started as Providence Cafeteria, then they were Hungry Horrors, then they were Downtown Deli, then Providence Place. Now, since '96, it's been called Sam LaGrazz's, where they say they're serving the world's #1 sandwiches.
They got another roast beef going over there.
You got the corned beef, you've got the pastrami.
So this is another thing we have on New York.
work. First in sandwiches, first in baseball.
Give a chicken parm, please.
Any sandwich you order here is great.
Did you want a platter or the sandwich, sir?
I actually asked Sam if he was married. I said, I'd have married you for your pastrami.
He's the Michelangelo of sandwiches.
Let's go.
And Sam LaGrasso's been making masterpieces for more than 40 years.
Did I set up portobello?
Now with the help of his 3 sons.
Thank you, Donna.
Bye.
Rob, Ronnie, Rich.
From when they were able to walk, this became just a way of life.
There you go.
Rob goes off to culinary school.
Pick up the Rocky, sir?
You two take off and go where?
Business school.
Here to go, sir?
But they all came back to Dad's place.
Every day is a new opportunity for a new sandwich. We're constantly building, constantly playing with new stuff.
Like this fan favorite.
Chipotle pastrami. I love chipotle and coleslaw, and it has both.
It is truly just the best.
Starting with smoked pastrami done their way.
We take the stock from the pastramis from the day before, add water to it.
Well, you have to.
Eventually,
Otherwise
we
it'd be
just,
syrup.
before we put them in the water, we make sure we score them. The stock is basically 40 years old.
So you just keep rotating the stock.
And then we add brown sugar.
So that's all that is?
Yep.
So how many hours?
2.5 to 3 hours.
Ready?
Let's go.
Gotta let it cool a little bit before we slice it?
No, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little brown sugar to the top.
Oh, that's just gonna melt right in there.
Exactly. It really gives it a nice little sweet taste
That's
to it.
psycho.
Good to go. Start slicing it up.
That guy wants you over there. Look at that right there. The bark, smoke, the pepper, the sugar in my mouth.
Next, we're gonna do the chipotle honey mustard. Start off with mustard.
A lot of it.
Oh yeah. Add the honey. So we're gonna add the brown sugar, ground chipotle pepper, and we're gonna mix it all together.
That smells like a spicy honey Dijon right now.
Exactly.
So this you're gonna let set up. What else goes on the sandwich?
Coleslaw. We're gonna start with fresh cabbage, shredded carrots, granulated sugar, white vinegar.
Not apple cider vinegar. Huh?
Nope, that's the way Dad always made it. We don't mess with that. Kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper, whole celery seed, parsley, and mayonnaise, and then we mix it up.
This sets up, and then you finally we're gonna have pastrami?
And then we'll build it. Good. We're gonna grab an Italian roll, start with the chipotle honey mustard, Swiss cheese, and the coleslaw will go on the top part.
Oh, you think it's big enough? Now where are you going?
Now we're bringing it onto the grill.
Okay, so how long is this on the press?
A couple of minutes.
Look at that. So is this one of your favorites?
Oh, without a doubt.
Delicious sandwich. Take a look at how nice and crispy and crunchy that bread's become. Look at that pastrami. The sugar rub down you gave it was good. Slaw's got good tang, but the kicker got chipotle mustard. Really nice heat, not overdone. I was worried it was gonna be too much of the flavor. I'd kill her.
It's a lot of meat in one shot.
It's a perfect type of coleslaw. The chipotle really just sets it off.
This is your go-to for pastrami.
Pastrami, only place for me for pastrami.
Here you go, sir. Corned beef.
Everything here is first class.
Here to go, sir.
They got a huge takeout operation. It's crazy. 40 people downstairs making sandwiches. So you're doing 1,300 sandwiches a day?
That's just in catering.
It's easily the best sandwich shop in Boston. My brother, the Red Rocker, and my business partner in Santo Tequila, typically we're like ships in the night. We both end up in a city and we didn't even know we were there. But this time it works out. We're here, Boston. And I said, Sam, you want to go to lunch? I know you got a couple shows you're doing, and I'm shooting Triple D. What do you say?
I say, it better be good, guy.
I know,
Where
I know.
we going?
It's in a pickle.
Wait a minute, we've been in a pickle half our lives.
I know, but that's the name of the joint. Breakfast and lunch in a pickle.
I'm hungry.
Plating cookies and cream extreme.
These guys are known for having innovative dishes. They're constantly changing the game.
S'mores, French toast tower.
Like your local best of the best.
But it took a winding road to get to this point for chef and owner Tim Burke.
Always wanted to have a really high energy spring break kind of bar. I left my job and I had 8 months to still have enough money for this bar. And month 9, I said, I'm really in a pickle.
But not for long. He took the name, set up Plan B in the city of Waltham, just outside of Boston, and put the craziness into his breakfast and lunch menu.
Toro Loco Burger.
Toro Loco Burger is amazing. Fried cheese and onion rings on top is out of this world.
So what are we gonna make?
The Toro Loco burger. So we're gonna slice down this pepper jack cheese. I do about a 1/4-inch slice.
It's about a half, but okay,
I was just gonna say. So we're going seasoned flour, egg wash.
Seasoned breadcrumbs into the fryer.
So next up, we're gonna do onions, and they're coated in
Fiery hot cheese snacks. Blend these down.
Bam. No.
That's emerald. I'm calling
Watch
emerald.
this. Boom.
There you go. So we're gonna add it to the AP flour. Put these in here now, the egg wash, and then we're gonna put it back into the flour.
Doubling down.
And then we're gonna fry them.
Come on.
We're gonna make a roasted jalapeno aioli. It's not really an aioli, but it sounds fancier.
Yeah.
Sour cream, roasted jalapeno, buttermilk, mayonnaise.
There's your aioli factor.
Garlic powder, little onion powder, dill weed, salt, chives, black pepper.
Hot sauce. Are we finally ready to build the burger? He's got sound check coming up.
We are ready to go. Pepper arugula down, sriracha aioli. First burger.
The jalapeno sour cream aioli.
That's it.
2 patties. My goodness
Fried
gracious.
cheese on there.
More sauce, that's great.
Crispy onion straws.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, you're getting the hunch, Sammy. You got this.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting ready.
You got back, Hal. I'm down with the crunchy onion rings.
Sammy's got it. The onion rings are fantastic. The burgers cook perfectly. The arugula works as a nice little barrier.
The burger's good, man. I'm with you, but there's a lot going on.
My favorite of it really is that jalapeno sour cream mock aioli. The cheese is great. Well done. We're gonna check out a funky joint that is using beer to make their pizza dough, and I hear it's the real deal. This is Dirty Water Dough Company.
Large Fenway Frank, order up.
The best pizza is definitely at Dirty Water Dough.
Boom.
Yeah, Boston strong, dirty water.
Dirty water, like that sounds really weird.
Unless you know Boston's dirty little secret.
Order up.
Going into Sam Sokol's brand.
Let's see how it works.
This is special flour. The wheat is actually milled from the middle, so it gives you a real nice high protein and low ash. Salt, olive oil, little yeast, water, Dirty Water IPA. We're gonna mix this up for 2 to 4 minutes on low and then another 6 to 8 on high. Then we let it rest, portion it out.
12 ounce.
I usually do 20s. You wanna do the big boys or you wanna do the little guys?
Whatever you wanna
do.
do,
The babies
baller.
or the big boys?
Let's see how good he is on his 20.
Oh.
17.15.
Oh. 20.25. Not bad.
Let him proof overnight. What are we gonna make?
Steak and cola ready to finish, gents.
The steak is really good. It's marinated with cola, which sounds weird at first, but once you try it, it's delicious.
Steak and cola pizza?
I was looking at unique, creative ways to marinate steak.
This is shredded, not ground beef.
Correct. Italian dressing.
And now we put the cola. And I'm just as freaked out as you are right now.
Little soy sauce.
Granulated garlic.
Pepper.
And some salt.
You wanna mix it up, marinate it good.
So just a little bit of provolone.
Got your mozz.
Why is it always my mozz? I don't have any mozz here. I can't check that with my baggage.
And then you got your marinated steak.
It's my marinated.
Put it on raw.
Cola, the soy sauce, and the Italian dressing. My new favorite combo.
All mixed up.
You might be the one that's mixed up. We'll see about this.
Gorgonzola.
Funk right there, huh?
Your caramelized onions.
Caramelized?
So the nice sweet onion. Put it in the oven for 8 minutes at 550.
All right. Right balance of cheese and meat and sauce. Not soggy. Bro, you got a pizza here. It's meaty, it's rich, and delivered on a crust that is up there with some of the best I've had. Chewy, yet tender. It's not overdone with the ingredients. The attention to detail is really paying off because I thought it's either gonna be a hero or a zero. That's a hero, that's a dynamite pie.
Here's a large steak and cola.
It's just wonderful. You want your pizza to have some oomph to it.
The bold gorgonzola, the strong provolone, it actually complemented the sweet cola of the steak really well.
So I'm here in the Cambridge, Somerville area, right outside of Boston, to check out a joint where this chef was gonna be a school teacher. Once you kind of changed gears and decided to open a restaurant offering up one of my favorite things. It's something that takes so much time, so much energy, and it's really a labor of love. It's bagels. This is Bagelsaurus.
Bagelsaurus is by far the best bagel place in Boston.
And Mary Ting Hyatt is the one ruling over this bagel-making kingdom.
How did you become the bagel queen?
People weren't really making great bagels in this area.
And you come from the lineage of great bagels?
I've always loved bagels.
How many bagels do you make in a week?
6,000 in a week.
There's gotta be little elves here if you're making 6,000 bagels out of this tiny little joint.
We need 3 jumbos.
Mary came up with these bagels. She really puts her heart and soul into every single sandwich.
She's ruined BLTs for me. I can no longer have them on toast. I have to have them on a Bagelsaurus bagel.
There's a whole slew of bacon. There's oven roasted tomatoes, which are sweet, and there's a spicy pepper cream cheese that is delicious.
What's the deal?
We're going to make a BLT with this onion bagel.
Let's see it.
Water, our sourdough starter.
That's a day ago that you built that.
Yep.
It's proofed.
Malt syrup, flour, table salt. Gonna let this go for a little bit. Instant yeast. Roasted onions.
The onions by themselves are awesome.
Poppy seeds. This will mix for about 9 minutes.
Proof the dough.
Yes. During those couple of hours, we're going to do a series of folds that simulates hand mixing.
Then how does it go from that stage into being made into a bagel?
Then we like to cool it for a little bit in the fridge. And then...
Are you sticking with me on this? I mean, we've only been here for an hour and we're only in the mixing part.
Bagel dough's coming out.
That's one huge bagel. That's too big.
We're gonna let them rest.
This is like 6 days in making one bagel.
There are different ways you can shape a bagel. You can do like a snake.
How was,
wrap it
hang on,
around
what was that part again?
like a snake.
Oh, that looked like a dance move to me.
Or you can do the hula
So through there.
with a little flare.
Yes.
Yeah.
See that with a little knee bend I threw in
Oh,
there?
yes. They're going to proof for a while and then rest overnight in the fridge.
These are gonna go for one more day.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
We do a quick boil, 30 to 40 seconds.
Next up.
This is the final step, so we're just gonna put them in the oven, believe it or not.
No, that's
Yes.
impossible. We have to do something to them. How long is this gonna bake?
About 20 minutes, 450.
So bagels are out of the oven, and what are you gonna make me?
Spicy pepper cream cheese. We
Okay.
have pickled jalapenos that we
So
made.
house pickled jalapenos,
We have roasted poblanos, and then blaz those up.
red chili flake, salt.
Blend that together with our cream cheese. So we also make our oven roasted tomatoes in-house. We have plum tomatoes tossed with chopped garlic, salt, sugar, pepper, thyme, extra virgin olive oil, and they go in 250-degree oven for 4 hours.
Okay, chef.
Our onion bagel, toasted up. Spicy pepper cream cheese. Our oven roasted tomatoes, red leaf lettuce, bacon on top.
Love it. The only thing that I don't like about this bagel is that 1/4 of it's already gone. As a bagel, it's of the best we've ever had on the show. Light, tender, great chew, bacon's great, but these oven roasted plum tomatoes, the acid of that cut with the fat and the spiciness of the jalapenos and poblanos in the cream cheese, you're a dangerous woman. I'm not kidding you.
Appreciate that, guy.
Now, you watch Triple D. You know I love Italian food. It's got to be handmade. It's got to be homemade. It's got to be the real deal. And from what the locals tell me, Reno's place is all that.
Lobster Ravioli over pappardelle.
Best food in Boston.
Tenderloin.
So is second-generation owner, Tony DeCenzo.
Jim Scampi up.
Were you born in Italy?
Born in Italy. Migrated here with my family in '85. My parents bought the business. We're ready to retire in like '94, and I've had it ever since.
I have a lobster ravioli.
The ravioli is made fresh, just very delicious.
All right, what are we making first, boss?
Okay, we're gonna boil some lobsters.
Okay.
For our lobster raviolis, we have 2 lobsters, about 1.5 pounds each.
Is it water seasoned?
Yeah, a little salt. Drop them in there
For about
30
15 minutes?
10, 15 minutes.
Okay, when these get done, we'll get started.
Yeah, we're gonna shock them in our ice bath.
So we stop the cooking process.
Okay, now we're gonna take all the meat out, the tail, the claw.
This is for the filling?
Yes.
All right, so we get all the lobster meat out.
And the legs also.
We're gonna roll out the legs.
Yes.
This is actually going to be quite comical. His big hands and this. Get after it, boss. Squeezing all the meat right out of it. Look at that, like lobster sausage. That meat is super sweet and super tasty. A lot of work for a little lobster. So this gets us the bowl of lobster. Now we chop it up, do a little saute on it.
Some extra virgin olive oil, some shallots.
Where do you get your olive oil from?
Italy.
Of course. We got the chopped up lobster meat.
There we go. Okay, a little fresh parsley.
Italian parsley.
Yes, salt, pepper.
And that's all she wrote.
Yeah, pull it off the heat.
Let it cool down.
About a half an hour.
Somebody's got a trap. Can't we just eat it like that?
I know, it's delicious. Okay, you ready?
Go.
We're gonna make our filling. Fresh ricotta.
Where are you getting the ricotta from?
From Italy also.
What, do you have like a tram that goes back and forth?
Nothing but the best.
A Parmigiano Reggiano?
Parmigiano Reggiano. Some parsley, salt, pepper, a chilled lobster meat.
All right, brother.
Just fold it. I like to leave it chunky.
Yes. No, I want some
chunky.
texture.
None of this pureed stuff.
No, I want chunk of lobster.
There you go, that's right.
So we got this ready. Next thing is making the pasta.
Exactly, yes.
Please, will we eat soon?
Yes, we will, yes.
Killing me.
The flour, make the well, where we're gonna add our eggs.
We make pasta at home quite a bit, my boys and I.
This is how my grandmother taught me, my
This
mother.
is how we do it.
Add the eggs. Then, a little salt, a little extra virgin olive oil.
Because our pitchfork is in the shop, we're gonna whip the eggs with this. Each time he mixes it around, a little bit more flour catches in, incorporating into the eggs.
Now it's kind of like pasty. We can start folding in the flour.
And now just as much flour will stick to it as it can. And do you do all the prep and everything in this little kitchen?
Yes.
We're making a sheeted pasta. We want to gently do this. So you start this on the largest number.
Exactly. And we're gonna work our way down to like 2.5.
Wow, look at this. There should be music to this right now. This should be a video.
When I get towards the end, we're gonna fold it, make it a little bit more wider, better consistency.
So it really fits inside of the ravioli mold.
Exactly. There you go. A little flour right on top of the mold. Just press it in a little bit because that's where the filling's gonna go in.
Wow. You don't skimp on the filling.
Nope.
I just want you to see this. That right there is plenty. But that is how much you put in a ravioli here.
crazy. Now we do another sheet?
Yep, right on top. Press down to the two pastas sealed together. Flip it over.
1, 2.
Take the mold off and then cut it with the dough cutter. See where the ridges are? Then what we do is press them on all sides.
Make sure that they seal. There's no air in these. Then you hit a little flour, put them on a sheet tray.
What we'll do is we'll freeze them.
They'll seal even better, and then you're off to go.
We're gonna make the lobster ravioli sauce now.
Fantastic.
Some extra virgin olive oil, shallots, lobster meat.
Seriously?
Yeah, salt, pepper, let that sweat a little bit. Next, we'll add our brandy.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, that's why I have it. Yeah, that's what it is. Once it's done flaming, one tomato sauce, heavy cream, butter, take some fresh basil. Now we're gonna let it reduce.
We're gonna put this onto the 15-step ravioli.
Put in 8 raviolis to an order for about 2.5 minutes.
You wanna have this on a simmer boil, not a rapid boil, so you don't beat these things up.
Exactly.
Ravi's your float?
Yes, let them drain, add in their sauce. Now a little grated cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano.
Here comes the monster meal.
Just drop them right in there. Lobster ravioli.
I can feel the firmness of the pasta. Oh, that's ridiculous. I don't know if I should hug you or kidnap you to California.